Hello, my name is Riska Fauziah, and now I would like to do the project for mid-test for active listening. And the project is about to retell the audio from audio 1, from audio 2, and from audio 3. Audio 1, I will retell you about the audio number 1, and it's talking about Todd, who asks Sarah about why does Sarah eat soup every day. And Sarah explains to Todd that is because Sarah loves to cook soup. And then Todd just asks Sarah about the secret of how to cook soup. And then Sarah tells Todd the way to cook soup is she has to cut up all the meat or chicken, use some brown rice and vegetables. She chops the ingredients and put them all together in water until they boil and add some seasoning such as salt, pepper, some garlic, and depending of the type of soup, she will add some soy sauce or lemon juice. And then Sarah will eat some then and also set it cool and put them in some container to put them in refrigerator for a week. And she will make it to eat for a week for about 3 or 4 meals. Then Todd just asks for a bowl in case Sarah makes a soup for 6 or 7 meals next time, and Sarah will do that. Audio number 2, and now I will tell you about audio number 2. The audio number 2 is about the dialogue. So Steve asks Renee if Renee knows where the movie theater is downtown, the one near the hospital, because he wants to ask Jennifer out on a date with him this coming Saturday night. And then Renee tells Steve to write down the direction. Is that first Steve has to drive down on the first street going west, cross the river, and keep going straight until Pine Street, then turn left, and the movie theater is the second building on the right. It's next to the Crunch. Then Steve asks Renee to recommend a nice restaurant and wants her to give him a direction. Renee recommends the Pink Flamingo restaurant, which serves excellent Spanish food. And to get there, Steve has to go south on Pine Street from the movie theater, cross the second street, and drive to the third street. Steve will see a parking lot of the left side of the street. Then Steve has to turn left on 3rd Street and drive east. The Pink Flamingo is the building just before the river on the left side. Renee also tells Steve that the restaurant is open weekdays from 10:30 in the morning to 11:30 at night, but it stays open until midnight on the weekends. And the last thing Steve asks is where he can buy some flowers to celebrate Jennifer's birthday. And Renee tells him that the only florist he knows is in front of the stadium on 2nd Street. Audio number 3. I will retell you about the audio number 3. It's talking about a shepherd dog who had a master who took no care of him, but often let him suffer the greatest hunger. One day on the road, he met a sparrow that said to him, Why are you so sad, my friends? And dog said, Because I'm very, very hungry and have nothing to eat. And then the sparrow asked him to come with her to the next town, and she will find him a plenty of food. So they went together into the town, and they passed by a butcher's shop. The sparrow told the dog to stand there, and she will peck down a piece of meat, and the dog snapped it out and scrambled away with it into a corner. The sparrow asked the dog if the dog wants more, so she will bring him to the next shop, and then bring the dog again to the last baker's shop. And the sparrow asked the dog again, "Is he had enough now?" And the dog said that it's enough, and as the weather was warm, the dog said, "I'm very much tired. I should like to take a nap," and fell fast asleep. While he slept, there came a carter with a cart drawn by 3 horses and loaded with 2 casks of wine. And the sparrow saw that the carter would go on in the track in which the dog lay. The sparrow tries to stop the carters and yell to the carter, and that he has killed her friend the dog. The sparrow crept under the tilt of the cart and pecked at the bung of one of the casks till she loosened it, and then all the wine ran out without the carter saying it. When the carter saw this, he drew out his hatchet and aimed a blow at the sparrow, meaning to kill her. But she flew away, and the blow fell upon the poor horse's head with such force that he fell dead down. He fell down dead. And as the carter went on with the other 2 horses, she again crept under the tilt of the cart and pecked out the bung of the second cask, so that all the wine ran out. The carter ran up and struck again with his hatchet, but away she flew, and the blow fell upon the second horse and killed him on the spot. The carter was mad and fury, and without looking about him or caring what he was about, struck again at the sparrow, but killed his third horse as did the other 2. The carter was forced at last to leave his cart behind him and go home overflowing with rage and vexation. He was mad and told his wife. Then the sparrow sat on the outside of the windows and cried that his cruelty will cost his life. Then the carter jumped up in a rage, seized his hatchet, and threw it at the sparrow, but it missed her and only broke the window. In the end, however, they caught her, and he gave his wife the hatchet and asked her to strike at the bird, but she missed her aim and hit her husband on the head, so that he fell down dead, and the sparrow flew quietly home to her nest. So that is all about my project mid test for active listening. Thank you so much.